Welcome to Humoranities with Sephora. Throughout season 1, I received a good number of questions about humoranities. I thought it would be fun to add some color to the experience of creating a podcast, so I've decided to share some stories behind the stories to help bridge the gap between season 1 and season 2, which arrives in late January. Be sure to stay tuned. I'm lucky to have a novice podcaster help me host this special episode. Can you guess who she is?
Connections and community. How was season 1 structured? How did you choose the different topics?
For a few months, I spent lots of time writing out stories, anything that came to mind. Then I took a step back to see how I could tie these stories together into a proper season. While each episode in season 1 can certainly be heard and enjoyed on its own, I think it's fun to listen to the entire first season in sequence. Why? The season progresses from a focus on me and my culture at home to many areas of human culture. It covers everything from understanding emotions to learning foreign languages. And you'll also find that something I mentioned in one episode will be elaborated on in a subsequent episode. In the first episode, because why not, you get to learn about me, the things I love to learn about, and the origin story of Humoranities. In Living Vicariously, the focus is on my family and how other people's lives impact me and put me on a roller coaster ride of emotions. Then in Big Feelings, I progress from my own emotions to my family's roller coaster of emotions on a single Friday night. The episode Trippin' describes my love of organizing and travel planning. Vacation shares how I love to study a language and culture before I embark on travel, and in that case, we planned an elaborate trip to South Korea. In my first episode, because why not, I mentioned the Korean entertainment industry, and then the season wraps with K-Drama Mama, which dives deep into my love of Korean dramas. In Vacation, I highlight my study of Korean, and then in my final episode, I share how I've been exposed to enough Korean now to know when English subtitles are slightly misleading. I'm sure there's lots of other connections among the episodes that even I'm not aware of.
What kind of feedback from listeners have you enjoyed the most?
I love it when a listener shares that an anecdote in Humoranities reminded them of a relationship in their life or an experience they've had or something that's been on their mind. I appreciate it when a listener reaches out to let me know they listened to an episode more than once, especially when I hear that parents re-listen to episodes with their children because they want to connect in a new way. I find this to be particularly true of adult listeners who have immigrated to the US and are raising first-generation children born here. For me, as a first-generation child of immigrants, when immigrant families use Humoranities as an opportunity to understand their child's perspective and want their child to be heard and seen, that's an unexpected outcome that warms my heart. And Humoranities is relatable to people in stages other than parenthood or childhood, too. I recently befriended very cool 20 somethings during my time traveling abroad, and my content about navigating life resonates with them as well. And of course, I love it when people ask me about the books I mention, the types of planners I use, or the best K drama to watch. I think that's fun. Exchanges with listeners are the best part of podcasting, and the desire to build a sense of community among Humoranities listeners is what I want all of us to enjoy. Thank you for listening to Humoranities. Enjoying the podcast? Please take a moment to rate it. And for more musings, visit humoranities.com and be sure to follow on all social media platforms.